Hi, I'm Danny Gregory from Sketchbook School, and I'm here with Jennifer Orkin Lewis, also known as Augustwren. Jennifer, we are really looking forward to this workshop. It is going to be so much fun.
Me too. One of my favorite things is painting from vintage photos, so I'm excited to work with you on that.
Yes, it's going to be really, really fun. And you're back from vacation, so you're rested, you're relaxed, you're ready to paint.
I'm ready to go.
The workshop is coming up. I want to make sure that we all get ready for it. So first of all, let's talk about our reference materials. What should we be painting from?
Most of us, I think, probably have some old photos in their closets of family members and old aunts and uncles and people you don't even know. So I like to work from black and white ones so I can reimagine them. So some of these are my family and some of these I buy them off of eBay, so I have a lot to choose from. When I'm choosing a photo, I love to have someone in a really great position, like they have such character, or if you're starting out, just someone where you could see their full body will be easier than somebody on an angle.
But we're going to be taking liberties with the pictures anyway, so we're
totally changing them. It doesn't have to look like the person. It doesn't have to, we're going to make up colors, and it's all for fun. It's It's a reinterpretation. But that said, if the person is sort of facing front, it's a little bit easier, especially if you're not experienced at drawing people and portraits.
Right. And also we are going to be providing the copies of the photographs that you are going to be painting from. So for those people who want to just paint along with you and do an exact copy of what you're doing, that's fine. And in fact, one of the pictures that we're going to be using is of my grandparents, so when they were young. So that'll be really nice. Okay, great. So we've got our photographs. So we're going to, obviously it's a gouache portrait workshop. We're going to be using gouache. What should we have? What kind of gouache should we have?
I tend to go with Winsor Newton gouache. It has a really good quality. You can go with what you have on hand though. So what I like to use, and for this workshop, we're going with a warm and a cool red. So this is primary red and spectrum red. Two blues, a warm and a cool, ultramarine and primary blue. Warm and cool yellow, which is primary yellow and permanent yellow deep. A yellow ochre, which is great to be using to mix into a bright green to make it look more olive and very pretty. And then a permanent green middle. And then white and black.
Okay, so with that, we will be able to do everything. We'll be painting flesh tones, we'll be painting hair, we'll be painting backgrounds, gardens, all kinds of stuff, everything with just that set of colors. Great.
These are sort of the basic spectrum of color, and we can mix many, many colors from this.
But we could also probably buy just like a beginner set of gouache, right? Like a box of gouache.
You can definitely do that, and you'll be able to go along with the workshop. No problem.
Excellent, good. So what else do we need besides the paint?
So you need to have a brush or two. This brand, Princeton Select, are really reasonably priced, like $3 a piece or something, and they hold a point well. I like them. They're synthetic. So it's Princeton Select. So if you only wanted to get one, maybe get a size 5 or 6, but you can also go with like an 8, a 4, and a 1. The bigger one I'll use for bigger spaces, and then as we start layering and we want detail, I can use a smaller one for finer lines. But you can get away with it with a big one because they have good points, and you could do it that way, which would be fun.
Okay, so we've got our paint, we've got our brushes. Paper, what kind of paper should we use?
It's best to use a watercolor paper so it has some body to it. This Canson XL Watercolor paper, this pad is less than $10, and I use it all the time. It has a fairly low texture here, which I prefer. I don't love textured paper.
So hot press.
Hot press. But this isn't slick. It's just there's a slight texture to it.
And what's the size of that paper?
This one is 9 by 12. Again, you can use any size, but you want to have some room to work in, so it shouldn't be a teeny little piece.
So you're painting something that's much bigger than the photo.
Yes.
Bigger is easier. Okay, great. And what else do we need?
I guess to do your initial sketch, you'll want a pencil, any kind. This is a 2H, so it's a little bit harder, so it won't show up as much later. And you can also, we're going to paint over all the lines, but if you wanted to have an eraser to erase some of the lines, that's fine. You'll need water, and you'll need something to mix your colors on. So if you have a palette, that's great. I many times use a palette that has rip-off paper. It's like, or wax paper works, or just a plate. And I would suggest that you use a white plate or ivory or something, so that it's not interfering with seeing the colors that you're mixing.
And we're not going to be storing our gouache or anything afterwards, so we don't have to worry about that.
I recommend at the beginning we put out like just a little dot of each color, and then as you need more, you put out another little dot. So you might lose a little bit at the end, but we're not like squeezing out the tube of paint.
And when we start the workshop, we don't need to have anything set up because you're going to take us through how to put stuff on our palette, how to build the colors. So we shouldn't necessarily have any of that prepared. We should just
come. We're going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to show you how to mix some colors and the thickness I like the paint to be, and we'll go through it step by step.
And we're going to be doing two paintings. We're going to be doing one which is going to be kind of slower and more detailed, and then we're going to be doing one that's like a little bit faster.
Right. Exactly. So one will be more of a learning session, and the next one is sort of the way I do my sketchbooks, which is just like put the timer on and go, and you have to finish in the time, and it comes out like it comes out, and it's really fun.
That's so good. Excellent. And of course, you're going to want your camera phone because we want to see pictures of whatever it is you're going to be painting.
Definitely want to see what's coming out.
And also bring questions, because we are going to be stopping throughout the workshop to make sure that we're all understanding what's going on, and that we have Jennifer there to answer any questions that come up. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of them, but it's going to be really fun. I mean, I think what's really fun about this is it's even if you aren't great at painting perfect faces and perfect portraits and capturing it, we'll still be able to make great paintings that are fun, right?
Yeah, you're getting an impression, and you're getting your feeling from the photograph, and you're saying, it's a black and white photo, but I'm feeling pink today. Let's go for it. So it's really fun.
Good. Well, we'll see you on Saturday. And when we begin the workshop, it'll be really fun. Great. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer, and thank you all for getting ready, because getting ready, I think, is important. We want to make sure that we're not floundering around trying to get stuff at the last minute.
Sure.
We want to be all set up so we can make the most of this time together. Great. Excellent. I'll see you then.
All right. Thanks. I can't wait to see you all there.